Hi, I'm Adam Howard, Battalion Chief of Life Safety with the Fairborn Fire Department. And in this video, we're going to talk about how you can partner with us, your local fire department, and how to prevent carbon monoxide poisonings and potential deaths within our community. So carbon monoxide is a silent killer. It's odorless, colorless. You can't detect it with any of the 5 human senses. Symptoms of exposure are generally described as flu-like symptoms. So you'll have things such as headache, dizziness, weakness, upset stomach, vomiting, confusion. And one important thing to note is we cannot rely on these symptoms to give us an indication of a CO poisoning, because if you're asleep, you may not know that you're experiencing any of these symptoms. Sources of carbon monoxide, where does it come from? Well, it's a product of incomplete combustion. Most common residential sources are your furnace, water heater, generators, fireplace, grill, that includes gas and charcoal, vehicles in the garage, other gases, oil, or coal burning equipment. And you always need to ensure that any of these devices or appliances are properly vented. So a couple local incidents that resulted in CO poisoning deaths. So both of these occurred last year. So in February in Troy, Ohio, many of us had heard about this unfortunate incident through which 3 children died and one other child was hospitalized. And this was a result of a blocked furnace flue where the furnace wasn't properly vented, allowed CO to build up within the home. Later on that same year in Pleasant Ridge in the greater Cincinnati area, again, we had 3 adults that died and 1 dog, because the family was using a generator in the basement because they didn't have electricity to the home. On average, 430 deaths occur in the U.S. each year as a result of CO poisoning, and that's according to the CDC. So what do we need to do? Well, we needed to be able to detect the carbon monoxide. Again, we can't sense it as human beings, so we need to use some other devices. So here's some devices that we're utilizing. So we need you to have an in-home carbon monoxide detector, and these are free to any Fairborn or Bath Township residents. You just simply visit a Fairborn fire station, or you can call the number listed here on the video. And we received a grant from Firehouse Subs just this year. They provided us with $5,000 worth of carbon monoxide detectors to distribute to the community. Make sure you mount those based on manufacturer recommendations, and you also want to be very familiar with the sound of the alarm. And if you have a family with younger children, make sure that they also go over what the alarm sounds like, what the game plan is for if that alarm does go off. That way you're prepared and you don't simply ignore the alarm when it actually goes off in an emergency. And then you want to check and replace the batteries at least every 6 months. So from the fire department standpoint, what we implemented last year was we do EMS incident continuous monitoring. So these devices, we had 8 of these Scott Protege devices donated by Veteran Gas, and they're just a small handheld device, and it lasts for 24 months, so 2 years. So we turn the device on and we never have to turn it off. We never have to do any maintenance with it. And you can see in the picture in the lower left-hand corner, one of our firefighter paramedics carrying one of our EMS bags, and we call that our first in bag. It goes on essentially every medical call, and you can see the device clipped on the side of that bag. So whenever we go into somebody's home, we don't even have to remember. It's always monitoring, and it will go into alarm if we encounter somebody with a home with carbon monoxide buildup in it, and maybe the symptoms aren't a cold or a flu, but we're actually having these symptoms as a result of carbon monoxide poisoning. So that's another level of defense that we have put in place. And then in addition, we have carbon monoxide detectors that we utilize on 911 responses specifically for this concern. So if you think there may be concern about carbon monoxide buildup in your home, or your detector goes off within your home, we'll respond out after you call 911 with these devices, and they were provided to us as well through grant funding. This was in 2011 by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. This particular device monitors 4 different types of gases, but in this case, one of those gases is carbon monoxide. And so we can come into your home carrying this device, and we can monitor live air quality and find out if we have dangerous levels of carbon monoxide within the home. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and hopefully you learned a little bit about our preparation and how you can help protect our community from carbon monoxide poisonings. Thank you.